Welcome back to this second game of volleyball between the Humber Hawks and Conestoga Condors. I'm Jacob McCourt, your play-by-play announcer, and to my left, the wonderfully handsome Lex Tan on color commentary. Lex, why don't we talk for a second about the women from that last game? A dominating performance from the Humber Hawks women.
That's right, the Humber Hawks women won their first game of the season that happened just a moments ago, 3-0, and they pretty much dominated Conestoga in all three of those sets, and the men looking to duplicate what the women did here today for their first game of the season.
So the women are now 110 straight regular season wins. The men's volleyball, a little bit different. So last year, their record was 10-8. They did not make the playoffs. But Lex, why don't you tell us a little bit about the new rookie that we have and kind of a situation about the rookies for the Humber Hawks?
Well, they have three players that have stayed on for this coming season. And it's Cody Burton, Michael Meitzen, and Clayton Blanchett. We're going to be continuing this after the anthem.
And welcome back to this second game of volleyball between the Humber Hawks and the Conestoga Condors. I'm your play-by-play announcer for this game, Jacob McCourt, and to my right, Lex Tan on color commentary. Hello, Lex.
Hello, Jacob. It's great to be here tonight, and great that you all can come. We're able to tune into the broadcast here tonight on 96.9 Radio Humber and on BRTV.
I think what we were mentioning before was that the women had a dominating performance at the last game, adding to their 109 wins, now 110 straight regular season wins. What we want to focus on is the players that have stayed around, the veterans playing for the Humber Hawks.
So far, there are three veterans who've come back to the Humber Hawks for this season. Cody Burton, Michael Meitzen, and Clayton Blanchett, and the rest are all first years. They had to restructure the team last year after they'd missed the playoffs.
And one of the rookies that we'd like to talk about particularly, Oisin Hogan. He's a first-year business administration student coming to us from Dublin, Ireland. The luck of the Irish here hopefully will be on for the Humber Hawks. Let's take a second to talk now about the Conestoga Condors. They've already played 2 games, 1 win, 1 loss. Last season, they went 5-13, missing the playoffs with a 2-7 in the back leg of the season. the Conestoga Condors have a different situation when it comes to their players, right, Lex?
That's right. Returning for Conestoga, there's 8 players returning, a lot more players returning from last season, particularly one of them, Wesley Lau, who's playing outside hitter, and he averages 3.35 kills per set and 18 blocks, and most of the team from last season. And as well, too, Joshua Heisman, also 1.5 kills per set and 1.5 digs per set as well, too. So we're looking for a great, strong game between these two teams here, Conestoga and Humber. It should be a great one.
Half the roster for Conestoga, as we mentioned, returning, half new rookies. This year, the team in Conestoga being helmed again by 10-year coach Wayne Harris. Right now on the field, on the court rather, you'll be able to see we are getting underway in a few minutes here after we go through the announcement of the rosters. Gone through Humber, gone through Conestoga, now getting this game underway. The two teams preparing. And the first serve will go to Humber. So Lex, as we mentioned, crowd here to see the Humber Hawks men try and do what the women did before, winning 3 straight sets. I said before that the Humber Hawks would be starting, but it's actually Conestoga with the first service. Conestoga ball goes up. That's a big service for Conestoga. Dig by number 11 for the Humber Hawks, and a tip over to the Conestoga side. Set by Conestoga. That one's blocked by Humber. The ball goes up to the outside. Great dig by number 8 for Conestoga.
Charles Nolson.
Number 4 throws it back over. Humber with the point on a sneaky ball.
That was Adam Kinoshita with a little bit of a soft touch there to take the service back for Humber, and Humber's up 1-0.
Adam Kinoshita with the service. That service, well received by Conestoga, goes to the inside. Great dig by Humber. Back over by number 16. That one, Clayton Blanchette, over and out.
Yeah, Blanchette just a little bit too strong on that spike there, and that results in the Condors getting the ball back, and it's 1-1 between these two teams early.
Service now by number 13 for Conestoga. This is Samuel Wolf from North Bay, Ontario. Middle for Conestoga, throwing it over now. And the ball is up. That service deep, received well by Humber. The ball goes to the outside, and that one's out. Point, Conestoga.
Clayton Blanchett again with that spike. A little bit too much mustard on that one. Gonna see if he could, but it was a good spike as well too. Looked like it was gonna be in a good position for them.
Samuel Wolf, second service. The ball is up and over. That one back left again to the outside. Well received by Conestoga. The ball is up to the inside and flubbed by number 4 for Conestoga.
Joshua Heisman over here, he tried to put a little bit of a softer touch on it. Not as much mustard. Probably should have put a little bit more mustard on that little play.
Ball for Humber now. Humber number 16 serving that over, and that's an ace for Clayton Blanchette. 3-2 Humber.
Clayton's sister Celine plays for the Humber Hawks women.
It's a sibling affair. And Clayton Blanchette for the serve. It's a high, deep serve. That time is out.
Third one a little bit too strong here. But Clayton Blanchette, he's looking intense right now. We've got to love the energy between these two teams, the Humber Hawks and the Conestoga Condors.
Jeremy Waterton, number 10, throws up the serve for Conestoga. That one deep and out. Very similar to the last one by Humber.
4-3 now for the Hawks as they regain serve. First game of the season for both of these teams over here, or for at least Humber rather, and they're looking to make a good impression.
Service, Hudgens throws it over. That's a great set by Conestoga going cross court, Great pickup in the back by number 16. That one's put over by Humber. Conestoga throws it over. Conestoga and blocked by Humber. That's a fantastic block by number 9, Alex Gibbs.
Alex Gibbs blocks it, and it went off of the Conestoga player up in front. That was probably Kelly McGuire, and Humber's got a 2-point lead now.
Quentin Hudgens now serving second time for Humber. That one out. 5-2-4.
Some substitutions on the floor. Number 10 for the Humber Hawks going off. That was Quentin Hudgens. He's going off. And we're going to see who took his place. But this is Joshua Heisman.
Conestoga serves. That one's well dug. And great spike again. Number 9, Alex Gibbs, second in a row outside hitter for Humber.
Alex Gibbs with a lot of power on that one, pushing back Daniel Musselman from the Conestoga Condors, number 12. And here it is again. Yeah, lots of power on that one, and Musselman just couldn't handle it.
And that's point Conestoga is number 16 for Humber. Clayton Blanchette could not receive that service.
Great intensity here by these two teams. Early going, 6-5 for the Condors.
Veteran Heisman now throwing that over on a spike. Well received by Humber. That's a run to deep court. Wild ball, free ball goes over to Conestoga, and a set to the outside. Point by number 2 for Conestoga, Wesley Lau.
Beautiful, beautiful spike there, but also a beautiful recovery there by Humber. If we're gonna check out the replay on this one, nice set there for Lau, and he puts it on the far side of the Humber inbound area.
Heisman puts that one over and out of bounds. And Lex, that's a great point that you made. The ball on that last point going almost outside the doors, and Humber's number 15, Josh Lang, picking that one up. Service, Humber. That one well received by Conestoga. To the outside, spike blocked by Humber. Up again, this time point by number 6, Oisin Hogan. Luck of the Irish.
That's right, Oisin Hogan with a good point there. And Humber and the Condors have tied at 7-7.
Service by Alex Gibb. That one out. Point for Conestoga. The score now 8-7. Lex, close game thus far.
Yeah, definitely. It's both teams have just got a lot of intensity, a lot of pepper in their serves and their spikes right now, and we'll see if that keeps up the later this game goes.
Tony serving to Humber. The ball's popped up, and a soft spike by Humber, blocked by Conestoga. Goes back over, another one, and that one blocked again. 2 blocks in a row. Third time's the charm. That one goes out. Nicholas Quibbin going for 1, 2, 3 times, and you're out of bounds. Lex, tell us what happened on that one.
Well, there was just such great defense by Conestoga, and they were able to hold off all those spikes there by Humber to the point where Humber had to hit that one out of bounds. And they've got a 2-point lead, Conestoga does.
Second service by Tony. That one is now over to Conestoga. Well set up to the outside, and on that one, Wesley Lau goes for a cross-court shot. That one stays inside his side. Point for Humber.
9-8 now for the Condors as they get the serve, as Humber gets the serve back. And Nicholas Quibbin is taking the serve here for Humber.
Quibbin with a soft serve. Oh, and a fake by Conestoga. That one goes to the back, but well received. Free ball over to Conestoga, and Conestoga sets up again. Same. Wesley Lau hitting that one. Point Conestoga. Rather point Hawks.
That was a great block there by Adam Kinoshita on that big spike by Wesley Lau.
I was getting so excited by Lau's spikes that I totally missed what happened. Thank you, Lex, for covering me on that one. And again, Conestoga readies himself. It's a soft hit over. Humber preparing themselves. And fantastic play by Conestoga to get that ball up and over. It's a free ball. And that one, fantastic block by Lau to prevent Humber from getting that point.
Wolf and Lau, Samuel Wolf, number 13, and Wesley Lau combining to put that block up. But look at that diving stop there by Daniel Musselman, the libero, to save that point for the Condors.
McGuire serves, and that one's already put over by number 16, Clayton Blanchette on the inside, making that look easy peasy.
Substitution now for Humber. Josh Lang comes out of the game, and number 10 comes in. Quinton Hudgens comes back into the game.
Kobe John with a service for Humber. This one, again, on the left side, spike over, high ball on the bump. And fantastic play by number 9 again, Alex Gibb, making damage happen. We're gonna show you the replay. Lex.
Alex Gibbs with a big spike there. A lot of power on that one, and libero Daniel Musselman just could not handle that one.
Kobe John, second serve, that one to the outside. And on that last point, Lex, Humber with a back set. First time they've successfully gone for a back set and succeeded with a point. Now the score 11 up.
And
Wesley Lau.
Wesley Lau coming up for this serve. He plays left side.
And that's a serve by Lau, and that one's eaten up by the net. Point for Humber.
A little bit of a wasted opportunity there. Wesley Lau looking like one of the stronger players of the team, and he served it up right to the net and gave control right back to Humber.
Adam Kinashina now serving again. This one a soft serve, front court. Ooh, fantastic block there by Conestoga, but the ball falls, blocked by Humber. That one falling in Humber territory. Point for Conestoga.
Jeremy Waterton with another attempt at a good spike there, but then the defense of Humber has been looming large. Both defenses have been looming large early in this game, and that's why they've got it. It's really close, 12-12 right now. Samuel
Wolf now preparing for the first serve. That one, a serve to the back court, well received by Humber. Ball's up on the left. And a block by Conestoga. Humber tries again. That one bumped over. Humber says no way, but again, a great rally going back to Humber. Another spike, another block, but this time out of bounds. Humber point.
That was an amazing set of events on that play. Humber takes the point after all of that hoopla going around. Nice blocks, nice recoveries all around. But Humber able to take the point there.
And hoopla indeed, Lex. Number 16 now, Clayton Blanchette serving it. That one is hit off of number 12, Daniel Musselman, and goes out in the backcourt, out of bounds. Point for Humber.
Wesley Lau tried to save that one on the dive there, but to no avail, and Humber's got the 2-point lead.
Clayton Blanchette now, second serve. 2-point lead, 14-12 for Humber. Ball in. Fantastic service by Blanchette, and that one's right in the back corner. Fantastic serve by Clayton Blanchette.
That one just looks like it touched the line there on the very back corner, as you mentioned, but it was ultimately ruled out of bounds, and it's going to be Conestoga ball.
So I take back every word I just said. Conestoga ball, as you said. Humber puts a spike into a block, and that's Humber point. Now 15-13 for Humber. Lex, I need to stop getting so excited. I'm missing the line calls.
It's a great game so far. I mean, look at the action that we've had so far, and we were watching earlier when the Humber Hawks were warming up, and we'll talk about that afterwards.
Now ball over Conestoga side, going to the outside, and that one is being reviewed right now. The line judges coming over to see what happened on that last ball. Each team thinking that that was theirs.
Well, it looked like to me that it might have it was off Conestoga, out of bounds, and it was.
It was Humber point on that one, 16-13. Wayne Wilkins, coach of the Humber Hawks, looking over to his team, telling them to calm down, get back in the game. Number 10 now serving, Quinton Hudgens, ball's over, high pop by Conestoga. Ball is actually thrown over to Humber, and here's the set for the spike. That one tried to be received by number 10 for Conestoga, but Humber puts that one over. Big spike, big point, timeout.
Alex Gibbs with a huge spike there, and the Humber and the Conestoga Condors could not handle it. And let's look at the replay here. Beautiful beautiful spike there, and it just went off the Conestoga player all the way out of bounds, and there's a timeout on the floor taken by the Condors.
Adam Kinashina with a sneaky back set on that one. Second time that back set has succeeded for them, getting them now a 4-point lead.
So I was mentioning earlier that we were watching the Humber Hawks, and we were watching them warm up a little bit here, and it looks like the camaraderie and the chemistry that they have together as a group. They look strong, they feel strong, they look like they're really united together, and they're hoping to translate that into more wins, more than 10 wins than from last season, and try to get themselves back into playoff contention and compete for an OCAA championship.
So what you saw just there was a highlight package of some of the highlights of this very contentious first set between the Humber Hawks and the Conestoga Condors, 17-13 for Humber. Truly a closer game than that. A little bit different than what we saw a little bit earlier with the women. 3-0 sets for Humber Hawks women over the Conestoga Condors. Service now by number 10 of the Humber Hawks. That ball goes over, and the set is near the net, blocked by Humber, again by Conestoga. That one received by Humber. Wow, that was a fantastic effort from number 16, Clayton Blanchette, but that ball out of bounds when thrown over the net.
It looks like Humber was thrown off a little bit by the soft touches by Jason Toney, and they were unable to recover in time. And Conestoga gets the lead, or gets the service back with 3-point deficit that they have to come back from.
Joshua Huseman now serving for Conestoga, 14 serving 17. Just a review of the play by Humber, making sure everything's okay. Huseman now preparing for the service. Again, 14 serving 17. That serve backcourt, and a big spike. That ball going a little bit low when received by Nicholas Quibbin, but he got right back to the net for that spike going out of bounds.
But it is Humber ball, and they're going to take that one. They're going to take that one. It's 18-14 for the Hawks. And now it's Gibbs with the serve.
Gibbs throwing it over. Great set near the net for Conestoga. And that one, point Conestoga, very close to the line. But hey, I got that one. That one's point Conestoga, right on the line.
Wesley Gibbs with a beautiful kill there on that spike. And Conestoga still within 3, 18-15.
Jason Toney now serving for Conestoga. Ball back court, actually not back court, way far out, point Humber.
And that's something that Conestoga's got to watch out for. They've got to make sure that if they want the ball, they want this win, they've got to hold on to the ball, they've got to score points and get consecutive points like the Humber women did in the previous game.
Nicholas Quibbin now serving the outside for Humber. That ball eaten by the net. That serve is a no-go, point Conestoga, 16 serving 19.
And same thing happened to Humber there just now. They turned over the ball immediately back and given back control back to the Condors.
Service Conestoga, and again another service that does not go in bounds.
Couple of consecutive service errors here by both teams. Both teams unable to take a stronghold on this set so far, but here's Humber's opportunity.
Cody Burton with the serve. Ball into Conestoga, set to the front. That's a quick set, well received by Humber. Going to the left side, that's a spike to the back. Humber throws it into a block, and that's Humber point. After the ball goes back into Conestoga territory, not received, Humber point.
Cody Burton setting up for his next service. He is in his 4th year. 92 digs last season.
Humber Hawks serve, Cody Burton. That's a soft ball to the outside, and that ball, there was a block that went up, but that ball right into the net. Humber point, 22-16.
Jeremy Waterton tried to go for that spike there, but again, the net, not his friend right now.
London, Ontario's Cody Burton with the serve, 3rd serve. That's another reception that goes low over to the Humber Hawks. And that ball spiked, received by Conestoga, but Humber point.
Well, that's right off that bat. That serve by Cody Burton seemed to throw everybody off, particularly the libero, Daniel Musselman, who initially received that first serve.
Ooh, and that's a serve by Cody Burton into the net. Could have put them 1 point closer to their first set win, 23-17 for Humber.
Cody Burton comes off, and in comes Josh Liang. He's playing libero.
Wesley Lau with the serve. That's a long serve to the back, received by Humber, and a spike. Magic time for the Humber Hawks.
What a kill there by Clayton Blanchett, one of the 3 returning Humber Hawks from last season. Let's look at the replay on that one. Just set perfectly by Adam Kinoshita, and he puts it where nobody could find it on the Conestoga side.
And Kinoshita with the serve, that one out of bounds. Kinoshita on that last play making a delicious floor sandwich with a ball for the meat.
That's awesome.
It was okay, at best.
Samuel Wolf is going to be taking the serve over here, trying to hold off the Humber Hawks here, who are at match point, or game point rather, set point.
And that's a win for the Humber Hawks on a bad serve by Conestoga, 25-18, the first set.
Amazing action here in the first set by both of these teams. Momentum swinging back and forth between the Hawks and the Condors all throughout the set. Later on in the set, we got a little bit of some errors going on over here with some serves that came in way too strong. But in the end, the Hawks were able to pull out the victory here in the first set, and they have a 1-0 lead against the Condors.
I think what we'll have to see here is whichever team makes the least errors is the team that's going to win. This is truly great high-level volleyball that we're seeing right now. And I think the difference maker, apart from what you mentioned before, welcome back. We're here after the first game between the Humber Hawks and the Conestoga Condor men this time. As we were mentioning before the commercial break, Lex, truly a game of whichever team will make the most mistakes will lose this game.
Well, definitely, and the thing is, when you make mistakes, these two teams are such high-level teams right now here in the OCAA. When the teams make the mistakes, the other team will capitalize on them. And at this level, you can't afford to let the other team capitalize on the mistakes that you make if you want to continue with your great play and win some games in this high-level league.
I think what we saw a lot of between both teams is just exchanges of fantastic kills. On the Humber Hawks side, largely, obviously it's a team play, but we saw a few from Alex Gibb, pretty fantastic, number 9. On the Conestoga College side, Wesley Lau throwing some kills on the Humber Hawks. Really an even affair, except for those mistakes that we mentioned before.
Well, definitely, and one of the things as well too that was really apparent for both teams is that they're both playing a very good defensive game. Lots of spikes being blocked right up at the front here, and the blocks very well coordinated between two teammates, setting up that little bit more of a bigger wall for those spikes to be blocked. And yeah, defense is making sure that you can get those defensive blocks is so important to make sure that your team still stays in it.
Humber Hawks now preparing themselves for game 2 against the Conestoga Condors. We're here at the Humber College North Gym. We may have mentioned it previously, but the Humber Hawks women winning 3 straight sets, continuing their win streak, now 110 regular season matches in a row. We're about to get underway here.
And if you're listening on 96.9 Radio Humber, the Humber Hawks are currently to our right, serving left, and the Conestoga Condors are currently to our left, serving to the right. Great crowd here tonight at the Humber College Gym for this opening day of the volleyball season for both the men and the women.
And we've seen just about everything in this game, including some Movember fundraising as well, with a shave down between the first and second games of the women. Maybe we'll see more Movember shaving between sets. But for now, we're getting started again. Adam Kinoshita with the first serve. The ball is over to Conestoga, and it's Conestoga in the net. Humber point.
And that's something you got to be careful of. You could get close up to the net over there, but touching it obviously will make you lose that point, and that's what happened there.
Adam Kinoshita now preparing himself for the second serve. The serve is over. Received by Conestoga, and that's a spike for Conestoga right to the ground.
Beautiful kill there by Jeremy Waterton, putting that strong spike all the way down there, and Humber could not find where that one was.
In the words of the Lonely Island, he threw it on the ground. Number 13 now, Samuel Wolf serving. Received by Humber. A big spike by Gibb. That one tips off Conestoga, point Humber.
Gibb with that big spike. That was Samuel Wolf who tried to take that one, but it was just too well placed there by the Humber player, and it's Clayton Blanchett with the serve.
Blanchett serves, and that one's out. A little bit too much spicy mustard on that one. Point for Conestoga, they take the serve.
2-all. Early here in this second set.
Number 10, Jeremy Waterton serving now for Conestoga. That one's in the net. Owen Sound's own Jeremy Waterton putting that one in the net.
Playing right side here today, and now we're going to switch over back to the Humber Hawks. And that serving up is going to be Quinton Hudgens.
Number 10 throws it in, and that one's in. Very close to the line. Conestoga almost stunned at the line judge calling that one in. Fantastic service from number 10 of Humber, Hudgens.
It's a game of inches. All sports are a game of inches, and these referees got to be on their game just as much as these players do.
Hudgens, another serve. That one off a player to the back. Free ball over. Humber prepares himself for a spike. That one goes left side, blocked by Conestoga. Point Conestoga.
And that point almost didn't have to happen that way, because the serve just lightly touched over the top of the net, but still stayed onside.
Joshua Hussman now with the serve. That one delicate to Humber, popped up. Fantastic, wonderful, wonderful there by Kobe John, putting that one down to the ground. We'll show you that one again.
Again, serve set just perfectly.
And there was nothing that Joshua Hussman could do on that one to receive it. Now Humber serve. Conestoga puts that one over. Very similar to the last play. Nothing that Humber could do on that one.
Jason Tony had that spike perfectly set up, and he just powered it in.
Wayne Wilkins making sure his team keeps calm, keeps collected, as Conestoga now 4 serving 5. A delicate serve now. Ooh, and a tricky shot by Kinoshita. Blocked by Humber, back over to Conestoga. Conestoga tries again on the other side. Cross court, well dug there. And a fantastic rally there, ending by number 16, Clayton Blanchett.
But look at the work that Alex Gibbs did on that play, diving for that ball to save it for Humber and setting up the spike there. And Humber's got a 6-4 lead. Beautiful play.
Gibb not only good on the offense, but also good on the defense.
That's so important.
And there's the Humber serve. That one popped up by Conestoga. Set to the front, blocked by Humber. Conestoga now trying again from backcourt throws it over. Humber pops it up, and now they are from the outside, and that's a free ball thrown back over to Humber. Humber tries to slow the game back down. Kinoshita throws it over Conestoga side. Fantastic rally, and another small touch by Conestoga. Humber slows it down for the big spike. Gibb throws it over, and that's Conestoga with a touch, and it's still good, off the net and over. Such a fantastic rally. We're still going. Kinoshita sets to the outside. That's a spike. Ball goes up, thrown over to Humber. Humber now throwing to the other side. That's a sloppy throw over to the Conestoga side. We are still going on this one. Kinoshita sets. Again, block Conestoga. This ball is still going. We're doing it again. Wow.
Amazing, amazing play there. At first, throughout the first half of that play, it was all small ball. A lot of soft touches, trying to throw the other people off. But in the end, it was number 16. That was Clayton Blanchett using the power in order to secure that point for Humber, and the Humber Hawks are up 7-4.
For anyone listening on the radio, you just missed a fantastic rally that you will have to watch on YouTube later. The Humber Hawks YouTube channel is where you can find that play. Just a fantastic rally there between Humber and Conestoga. Kobe John giving the serve now to number 11, Nicholas Quibbin.
And Josh Liang, the libero, coming back into the game. Playing on the left side.
Quibbin serves. And that's inbound.
That soft touch serve placed in the perfect position, and Conestoga did not know what to do with that one.
I think Conestoga thought that one was out. They left it out of rather inbounds. And now Quibbin serving, service number 2. Let's see if he can get another service ace here. Conestoga with the spike. And that one well received by Humber. Awesome bump, awesome dig. Humber now throwing it over, and that's Humber point.
At first I thought there that Humber had too many touches there. However, it must have been some sort of a net play there that warranted, the referee warranted that Humber get the point.
I believe Conestoga was in the net on that one, and that's the reason for my hesitation, is because that looked like a Humber 4-ball, but Conestoga net, leading to 9-4 lead for the Humber Hawks. We'll show you some highlights.
Great action so far here in this second set. Particularly one great rally that just kept going on and on and on and on.
And we're back after that timeout and fantastic rally. That is probably the best rally I've seen in the last year of watching volleyball. I'm not sure about you, Lex.
Oh, it was a fantastic rally. It's one of those it's one of those things that just keeps the crowd going and going, building and building and building. And when the point happens, they just erupt. It's beautiful.
And Humber serve now. That one over to Conestoga. A great set on his knees by Conestoga, and that ball is inbounds. Point for Conestoga.
Yep, Wesley Lau with the big spike there. We're going to look at this play over here from the beginning. Quibbin serving it up.
Kelly McGuire serves for Conestoga. Humber puts it into a block, and a push by Humber out of bounds. Point, or rather, push for Conestoga, point for Humber.
Yeah, Wesley Lau again, being very active in this game so far. He tried to put the soft touch, but it was just a little bit too much.
Service Humber. That ball off the net, but still good. Conestoga preps himself for a free ball going over to Humber, a low set. That ball is poked over. Conestoga now setting for an outside spike, and that one is good. Conestoga point.
That was Jeremy Waterton again after another round of soft touches by both teams. Jeremy Waterton put in the power and brings the Condors within 4.
Wesley Lau now serving for Conestoga. The ball is up and it's over. Great service there. Humber on the outside, spiking into a block. That's point Conestoga.
That was a beautiful block there by the Conestoga defenders, and they've pulled within 3.
Third serve now for Wesley Lau, veteran player for the Conestoga Condors. It's a high serve that he puts into the net, point Humber Hawks.
Wesley Lau from Woodstock, Ontario, in his 3rd year at Conestoga. And now we got Adam Kinoshita, who's in his in his 3rd year in Humber, from Brampton, Ontario.
Kinoshita with those soft serves, and that one. Try as they might, number 10, Jeremy Waterton, trying for a sneaky spike. Did not work. Kinoshita serves number 2.
A little soft touch there by Waterton. A little bit of a change from his power game.
Kinoshita, another great serve that goes over. Conestoga sets for the spike, Humber block. They'll try again. Now to the other side. That one, the libero trying for a fantastic dig on that one, but goes out of bounds.
What a beautiful, beautiful dig there by Josh Liang, just to try to control that ball on that big, powerful spike by Jeremy Waterton. And it just goes out of bounds.
Conestoga serves Samuel Wolf, that goes over to Humber, well received, dig there, and that's a sneaky kill attempt there by Humber. A tip by Conestoga goes out, but is tipped by Humber, so that's a point for Conestoga.
Another sneaky, sneaky move there with the soft touches by Conestoga, and that's allowing them to stay in this ball game, in this set, real close. 3 points only separating them and the Hawks.
Samuel Wolf now serving for Conestoga again. That's a spike, or rather a serve that goes to the backcourt. Humber spikes. Samuel Wolf tries to dig it out. No good. Humber point.
And veteran Clayton Blanchett, who's up to serve now with that spike. Conestoga couldn't do anything with that one, and Humber's got service once more. 13-9.
Humber serve. That's a soft serve, well received by Conestoga, and a big spike blocked by Humber. No good, as Humber goes under the net trying to get that ball back in play.
Great intensity there by Nicholas Quibbin and Josh Liang to try to just get that ball. And it's those little things that they're doing that's really keeping them together and keeping them in the lead.
Jeremy Waterton serving, that ball out of bounds. 14 serving 10 for the Humber Hawks.
And as you mentioned as well too about the mistakes, those are mistakes that they can't afford to make if they want to come back and tie this one up real early here in the matchup.
To win, you gotta serve, right? And this is service now for Hudgens for the Humber Hawks, number 10. That ball going to the left side, staying on the left side, going back to the left side. Conestoga with a spike attempt, that one out of bounds. Humber Hawks point.
Again, going with the soft game, both of these teams, but the big spike over there by Conestoga just goes out of bounds, and Humber's got a 5-point lead.
Quentin Hudgens, rather, goes for another serve. That one received and popped up. It's a small touch over. Humber receives. Humber with a big spike. And now in Conestoga territory, back set. Conestoga puts that over, and that's a point for Conestoga.
Wesley Lau again taking control of this matchup and taking control of the serve back for his team, the Conestoga Condors. 15-11 now the score for the Hawks.
Joshua Huisman now serving for the Conestoga Condors. 11 serving 15. We just have the coach of the Humber Hawks, Wayne Wilkins, talking to his players momentarily as we wait for Joshua's serve. Huisman serve. Received by Humber. Kinoshita puts it back set, and that one's touched over, goes under the net, and that means no point for Conestoga, a point for Humber.
And that was a great block attempt there by Conestoga, but they weren't able to get the recovery as it went under the net. And here comes Humber one more time, Alex Gibbs.
Alex Gibb with the serve. That one popped way up. Conestoga with a soft touch low. Great reception by Humber. And on that one, that is point for Conestoga.
Great intensity by both of these teams. Both of these teams trying to do the little things to get those points for their team.
Jason Tony now serving for Conestoga. Great simple serve there. Kinoshita puts it up, and that's a spike to the back. Conestoga trying the same thing, but a block put up by the Humber Hawks. Kobe John. And again, very close game, Lex. Again, Humber coming out on top by a few points thus far.
That's right. Both of these two teams have just played so evenly, so well over these past couple of sets.
Jason Tony with the service, and that one's out of bounds.
On the previous play there, it was a great block there by Humber, but that spike by Wesley Lau, too strong for Humber to handle as it went out of bounds.
Nicholas Quibbin, number 11 for Humber, now serving his first serve, 17 serving 13. That one's over. Received by Conestoga, going for a spike. Humber, cross court. That one in the face of Conestoga's Noah Ellis.
Clayton Blanchett again with the power. And Noah Ellis just happy to get that blocked and not hit him in the face, actually.
I would not want to get hit in the face with a spike of that severity.
Definitely not. And Conestoga takes their second timeout of the set with an 18-13 lead. It's still a close game. Only 5 points separating these two teams, but Humber looks like they might have a little bit more momentum in this second set right now.
I think this game is about mistakes and is about defense. We're going to have to make sure that if a team wants to win, they're going to have to get the serves in regardless. That's what you need to do. But really, the team that puts up those double blocks will win. We'll show you some highlights from this set now. After that Conestoga timeout, we are now back to the game here. 18 serving 13, Nicholas Quibbin with his second serve. And we're off. Conestoga receives, and that's a spike on the left side, blocked by number 3 of the Humber Hawks, Kobe John again.
Another nice spike there by Wesley Lau, too strong. Too strong for Kobe John to handle.
And that's a serve, Humber with a spike. That time, she's good. Humber Hawks point, 19-14.
Clayton Blanchett using that power that he's exhibited so many times so far in these first 2 sets of this game. And
now we've got Cody Burton up to serve. He's the setter for the Humber Hawks. And Conestoga throws a ball into 2 blocks. Nothing he could do on that one.
Nice block there, setting up a nice little wall, between number 10 and number 14. That would be Quentin Hudgens and Adam Kinoshita.
Cody Burton with another serve. And Conestoga tries again on the outside. That one received by Humber. Humber back set, left side, blocked by Conestoga. And that's point for Humber.
Wow.
And
let's look at that replay here. Big, huge spike there and a nice block, but ultimately ruled out of bounds. Conestoga thought it was in.
But a Humber Hawks point. Cody Burton now with his 3rd serve, 21-4 for the Hawks. Cody Burton serves, and that ball's out of bounds. As we mentioned, Lex, fundamentals.
That's right. But right now, the Hawks have gone on that that consecutive point run, just like the women were doing earlier, and they've pulled out a 6-point lead over the Condors.
Wesley Lau serves, that's a soft one, and is now, that's a kill attempt for Humber, but that ball ruled out of bounds by the back line judge.
And that was another one of those power spikes there by Clayton Blanchett, and you saw Kelly McGuire just covering his head, trying to make sure he didn't suffer a concussion there or something.
Ooh, and on that one, Wesley Lau serves. A bit of an error there by the Humber Hawks, taking a step back and almost tripping.
And Quibbin didn't know how to handle that one, and it's 21-17 as a timeout is called now by the Humber Hawks. Their first timeout that's been called in the set so far.
They had the momentum, and I think what they're trying to do on this timeout is avoid a momentum shift to the Conestoga Condors.
That's right. They want to make sure that they have the advantage, that they have the momentum going forth. Because if they take this set, it's a commanding 2-0 lead, and they could end it early, just like the women did earlier.
And I think what's great to note is Wesley Lau, one of the 8 returning players for the Conestoga Condors, as Lex mentioned at the top of the show, averaging 3.35 kills per set. Truly a very dangerous player when it comes to the Conestoga Condors.
Exactly, and Wesley Lau right now, he's already got 4 kills and 4 digs in this game so far. So he's just been very, very, very active, and keeping the Condors in this game, keeping them right in the thick of things.
Wesley now serving. They're down by 4 points. It's 17 serving 21. Conestoga's Wesley Lau up to serve, trying to get the momentum back. Here comes the serve. That one a soft serve, well received by Humber. Ball's put up on the outside, and a block by Conestoga. That ball goes out of bounds. Point for Humber.
And another kill by Clayton Blanchett, one of the veterans on this team, and he has 9 kills tonight already.
Just a force to be reckoned with now. Point for Humber. Ooh, that's a soft serve attempt there from Kinoshita, trying to be tricky.
To no avail, however, because it was just a little bit too short. And now it is number 13, Samuel Wolf, who will be taking the serve for Conestoga, trying to get back into this.
Wolf serve, 18 serving 22. The ball goes over, received by Humber. Kinoshita back set, and that ball is spike attempt by number 16, Clayton Blanchett, but out of bounds.
Yeah, Blanchett couldn't get his 10th kill over there, just a little bit too much pepper, and that one wasn't even that strong of a spike attempt. It was just a little bit too much pepper on that one.
Samuel Wolf, another service now. 19 serving 22. Wolf serves it in. It's a soft serve, and that one's into the net. Free ball thrown over by Humber. Conestoga receives. Back set to a spike on the outside by number 10. Number 14 for Humber tried to grab it, Kinoshita, but that's a great kill there by Waterton.
That's right, Waterton's 5th kill of this ball game so far. And yep, and now it's a 2-point lead only. Condors clawing back.
And service Conestoga. That one bump received and a set. Humber spikes back over to Humber from Conestoga. Humber back set, and again another attempt and a win, this time by Clayton Blanchett, the outside hitter of the Humber Hawks.
And Clayton Blanchett, that was another one of those kills. He's got 10 kills today so far. Most of them in power, but some of them a little bit tricky. Putting a little bit less meat on that one.
Blanchett serves. That one's almost on the floor, but Conestoga sneakily puts it over. Kinoshita sets, and that ball is mishandled by Hudgens, and bad time to mishandle a spike.
Especially now that the Condors have clawed within 2 points of the Humber Hawks, trying to tie up this match on one set apiece.
Waterton service. Kinoshita set, and that's a spike over to Conestoga. Conestoga sets, and a kill attempt by them. We're going back and forth. Humber with a soft one, received by Conestoga. Conestoga throws to the left side, and that one too hot for Kinoshita to dig out.
Nice set there by Kelly McGuire, serving it up, or setting it up perfectly for Joshua Heisman to get that kill.
And I may want to take my time out if I'm the Humber Hawks right now. Score now 22, serving 23 for Conestoga. Waterton serves. Kinoshita set. And that's a soft touch, perfectly executed there by Alex Gibb.
Alex Gibb tricking them with that little soft touch there. Condors looking to tie the game on that particular on that particular play, but Hawks get the ball back, and they've got set point rather.
If I was Hudgens, I would be very scared on this service. He serves, and that one's out of bounds. I shouldn't have said a word on that one.
24-23 now. Condors really close here. They can tie this one up, then this could go on for quite a bit, this second set.
And Hudgens now on the bench after that one. Number 4 serving for Conestoga. And it's game on a bad serve by Conestoga. Hawks win set number 2, 25-23. And I feel all night, Lex, we've been saying you got to get those serves in. And on that one, a service that's out of bounds, causing a win for the Hawks. 2-0 now for Humber. We'll be right back.
At Humber, we are career-focused. We provide practical learning in and out of the classroom. We are chefs. We are programmers. We are community builders. We are technicians. We are entrepreneurs. We are Humber.
And we are back here and we're back now for this rousing set of games between the Humber Hawks and the Conestoga Condors. On the court, I'm not sure you can hear it, but more Movember shave downs happening again in support of prostate cancer awareness, Lex. We could show you exactly what's going on. Some fully bearded men here shaving off their mustaches and beards for charity.
That's right, and it's as we mentioned earlier, it's so important that that men out there are aware that this is something that could affect them later on in life.
And I'm not sure about you, but I have done Movember before, and my mustaches when I do Movember are actually kind of disgusting. So maybe someday I'll be able to grow a mustache. You look like you could grow a mustache, Lex.
Not much of one, actually. But thinking about the game right now, though, at hand, it's 2-0 right now, 2-0 for Humber. And it's been, even though it was 2-0 going into the third set for the women, which looked like a vastly more different game.
Like you were saying, Lex, a vastly different game between the men and the women.
That's right. The women's game, it looked like a blowout between Humber and Conestoga. Humber blowing out the Conestoga Condors women earlier today, but today, or right now in the men's match, first set 25-18, second set 25-23. Two very, very, very close sets, and great action, just great action that second set. There was that one rally in the middle where it just kept going on and on. Soft touch after soft touch, after block, spike, block.
I was truly out of breath when I was calling it. One that you'll have to check out tomorrow on the YouTube channel for the Humber Hawks. That one will be one for the record books. But as you mentioned, a different affair, really a game of defense and missed services between the Humber Hawks and the Conestoga Condors.
And that's what happened with the Conestoga Condors in that very, very last play of the second set. They were almost there. They wanted to tie it up. They felt they were feeling it. They were feeling the tie, but then an errant serve going out of bounds. resulted in Humber taking that 2-point lead, 25-23, and now Humber has a commanding 2-0 lead going into the third set, and possibly could be ending it early here tonight for us.
If you are the Humber Hawks, you are Coach Wayne Wilkins, 23 years at the helm, and you're talking to your guys right now. What are you saying if you're Coach Wayne Wilkins right now to your guys?
Don't get ahead of yourself. Just, we know we're up. We know we're up big. We know we're up big, but we need to make sure that we keep our focus. We make sure that we play as if it was still a 0-0 tie. We play with the same intensity that we had in the beginning of the game, and carry that on until the very, very end of the game, and we'll be able to pull out this victory.
And if you're Coach Wayne Harris for the Conestoga Condors, I'm sure you're telling your guys at this point, just play your game.
Exactly.
If you can get a game, or if you can get a set, if you can get 2 sets, if you can win the game, just do it 1 set at a time. Don't worry about trying to win all 3 right now, because if you do that, you're going to get inside your head and you're not going to get anywhere. So really, for the Conestoga Condors, it is now a game of 1 set at a time.
And even you can even break it down just 1 point at a time. It's just like just like in baseball, they just say don't think I got 27 out, just get 1 out. And in this case, they just need to get 1 point and build 1 point after 1 point after 1 point.
So we are getting underway, set number 3 here. Conestoga serving first at the Humber College North Campus gym here. Day full of volleyball. First, our women defeating the Conestoga Condors. Now Wesley Lau leading off in set number 3 over to Humber. That's a spike to the back corner. And for that, Humber Hawks off what I believe to be a net for Conestoga.
As you see, Wesley Lau, even though that play didn't continue because of crossing the net by Conestoga. Nice middle dive there by Wesley Lau just to save the ball, but it's still Humber ball right now.
Service by Adam Kinoshita, received by Conestoga, and point Humber with what I believe to be a foot under the net.
And it's one of those unforced errors that are coming to bite Conestoga.
And Kinoshita now with his 2nd serve of the game. Kinoshita, very solid play, both offensively with the services. I spoke too soon, but outside of that service, Kinoshita has had a pretty solid game, both services and defensively.
That's right. He's got 2 digs and 1 kill so far tonight. He's also played he's just been really able to hold it down for the Humber Hawks tonight.
That's a serve by Conestoga, and a small tip by Humber throws it back to Conestoga. Conestoga with a free ball, a bit of an unforced error there by Conestoga's number 1, Kelly McGuire.
And that's important. That's something that's holding the Condors down right now. They've got to make sure that they stop those unforced errors and keep this game close.
Clayton Blanchette slaps the ball over. Ooh, and a monster kill there by number 6 for Conestoga.
That's right, Jason Tony with the big power, the big spike there. And now 3-2 now for the Condors. We look at that one again.
And we're already back here. Gibb throwing that one over. Tried to be received there by number 10, Jeremy Waterton, but on the reception, the ball goes out, point Humber.
And for those of you listening on 96.9 Radio Humber, the Humber Hawks are to our left, serving to the right, and Conestoga on our right, serving to the left.
Quentin Hudgens now with the serve. And that one is inbound, getting his redemption after missing a service that almost put his team at a tie of 1-1 on that last set.
And that was a beautiful serve there on the bottom left corner of the inbound of the in-play area for the Conestoga Condors.
Quentin Hudgens now serving again. That one a soft serve, and a spike is blocked, but put over. Ooh, and Humber tries to get it back up, but Conestoga just kill attempt after kill attempt, and a point's what you get.
And Jason Tony with that big spike, with all that power going off one Humber player, off the other Humber player, and out of bounds. 5-3 now, 3-5 rather.
Service for Conestoga in the bread basket for Humber. They throw it over into a double block by Conestoga. That's great defense for Conestoga. But point for Humber.
That's right. It must be. There must have been some net play over there that was a little bit too close. And Humber in control again. They're up by 3, 6-3.
I don't know about you, Lex, but good defense just gets me excited. So excited that you have to help me sometimes. So thank you again. Alex Gibb throwing up the serve. That one again right in the breadbasket. It's a touch over from Conestoga to Humber, and a great kill attempt, but that one's out of bounds for Humber. Point for Conestoga.
That's right. Kobe John looked like looked like he thought he got it. There it is over there. He thought it went off the he thought it went off the Conestoga defender and out of bounds, but the referee did not see it that way.
I actually thought that did go off the defender, but line judge not seeing it. Service by Conestoga. That one's out. Point for Humber.
Another unforced error there for Conestoga, resulting in Humber getting control of the ball again as we take it into a timeout. Conestoga calling it.
And we've got a crowd here on this Thursday night in Etobicoke, getting excited. Some great tunes, some great fundraising here starting from November. Let's talk about the game a little bit.
Yes, definitely. And so far, again, the first set, 25-18. It was really close. It was a lot closer than the score would suggest. The second set, 25-23, and it was that close to getting tied up. The Condors almost tied it up over there, but the Humber Hawks were able to bear down and get that extra point there, albeit on an unforced error on a bad serve by Conestoga, which results in now a 2-0 set lead here for Humber. And right now, early in this third set, 7-4 now for the Hawks. But even though the score is pretty close, Conestoga has been getting some unforced errors in there, and it's a little bit tough. They're making life tough for themselves at the moment.
And now we are back from the timeout. As Lex mentioned previously, my sidekick, my supervillain named henchman to my right, Lex Tan, our color commentator. The game 7-4. Let's get right back into it with a service by Humber. And that one, a little bit of a strange occurrence there. Humber throws it over. Conestoga immediately throws it back over. And that's a point for Conestoga.
And Nicholas Quinn put up that little bit of a soft serve there. And I guess it kind of threw everybody else off. That ball just going underneath the net. And now Conestoga with the serve.
Conestoga serve. Humber spikes cross court. An attempt that rolls inside. Point Conestoga.
And that's Kelly McGuire here. His position is setter. He's from Thunder Bay.
Conestoga on a roll here with their third service. And it's a touch attempt on that one by number 16. The set on that one, a little bit too close to the net for the Humber Hawks.
And it's now 7-7. And this is something that's been that Conestoga has taken advantage of. They're getting to consecutive points. Now they're tied.
Conestoga 7-7 serve. And that one, a bit of an error on that one. Number 3, Kobe John, with a spike that went way, way high.
Looked like he was a little bit too excited on that one, and that one goes out of bounds.
Conestoga on a roll now, fourth serve, and we try again. That one inbounds by 16, Clayton Blanchette.
Clayton Blanchette with his 11th kill so far in this game.
Wow.
He's got the game lead.
Kobe John now with the serve. And that one a soft serve to Conestoga, and a spike into a block. That one point Conestoga as the ball rolls inbounds.
Yeah, Conestoga gets control back, and that's something that they've been doing well now here. Now that they've got their first lead, or their first lead since the first half. Sorry, it's the first set rather.
And it's a service for Conestoga, received by Humber. That one goes over and is tipped by both teams. The tip goes to Humber.
It's right there, number 10 on from the Humber Hawks, Quentin Hudgens and Adam Kinoshita combining there to put some good defense for the Hawks.
Brampton's Kinoshita serves. A bit of a run for Conestoga to get to that ball. Blocked by Humber, and nobody's there. Knock, knock. Who's there? Nobody. Point Humber.
Nobody but Quentin Hudgens, though, because he was the one who got the block and took the point here for Humber.
Another serve now by Kinoshita, bringing the Hawks back to a winning position. 10 serving 9. Kinoshita serves, and a great dig there by Conestoga. Kill attempt into a block, hits the ground. Conestoga point, 10-10.
Jeremy Waterton again using his power, and great defense there by the Hawks blocking that one, but then it fell on the inbound area. 10-all.
Samuel Wolf now with the 10-10 serve into the net. Lex, we've been saying all night, in order to win this game, you have to serve it well.
You got to make sure that you minimize those unforced errors. And this game could be a little bit more on the Condor side if those unforced errors weren't affecting them early on in this set.
Blanchett serves to Conestoga. They set up to number 4, Joshua Huseman, and he makes that one go bye-bye.
And that spike was just on the inbound side there. Look, it touched the line. Let's look at that one. Yep, right there. And it just bounced on the line. Point for Condors, 11-11.
Conestoga service, and that one is fantastically played by number 11 of the Humber Hawks. Quibbin throwing it down into a body and then the ground.
That's right, and it caused Wesley Loud to dive for that ball. Of course, when you dive for it, you don't have much control. All you're doing is just a desperation save.
Hudgens now with the serve, hoping it goes inbounds. Off the net and inbounds, lucky on that one. And a spike by Conestoga, this time on the outside by number 4, Joshua Huseman.
Joshua Huseman, he has 4 kills on the night. And he's looking for more. 12-12 is the score.
Now serving is Joshua. Oh, and an ace by Huseman.
Beautiful serve there on the soft touch. Totally fooled Nicholas Quibbin, who misread that ball and had to dive for it. And the Condors have a lead again.
Huseman with the serve to the Humber Hawks. That one close to the net. Great set off the net. Spike over. Conestoga now setting up. And that's a great play by Kinoshita. But Conestoga point, as I believe there was net play on that one.
That's right. That's right. That's right. And again, the Condors putting together some runs over here. 14-12 now.
Conestoga serve. That one's popped up by the libero for Humber. And we're close to the net. Humber puts it over. Great dig there by Conestoga, putting it back over. Humber sets up again. Humber, left side, spike. Great job by Nicholas Quibbin.
Daniel Musselman, the libero for the Conestoga Condors, with a great dive to dig that one out. But Quibbin was able to complete the play for Humber. And it's now 13 serving 14.
Gibb with the big serve. That one going out of bounds on the throw and the run.
Condors looking for another big run over here as they've taken the 2-point lead on the Hawks.
Jason Tony with the serve for Conestoga, 15 serving 13. Humber receives, and that's a spike that's blocked. That one's good for Humber. Put more of those together and you might win this third set.
That's right, that was Nicholas Quibbin, number 11, with his 5th kill of the ball game so far, and pulls the Hawks within 1.
Nicholas Quibbin now, taking a breath and serving. This one a soft one that's played to the side. Free ball. Ooh, and on that one, free ball goes over, free ball comes back, and a small spike by Conestoga.
Yeah, Conestoga taking advantage of the small ball game over here. Sometimes it's just as hard to play small ball as it is to play with big spikes.
Kelly McGuire serves that one to the backcourt, and we've got Humber with a touch over. Conestoga setting up for a spike in the center, and that one's out of bounds for Conestoga. Point Humber, 15, serving 16.
Joshua Heisman again looking for that big kill, but it just was a little bit too far away from the inbound area, and now Humber's got control and looking to tie it up here.
Kobe John, middle back for Humber. Serves that soft serve over. Big spike, and Quibbin couldn't get there. Point for Conestoga.
That was number 10 from Conestoga, Jeremy Waterton. receiving that perfect spike or set, and that's his 8th kill of the game.
Conestoga serve, Humber sets up for a big spike, and that one received, but is in the pennants at the top of the gym.
Clayton Blanchett with his 12th kill so far in this game, with all that power. It's the men's indoor soccer pennant from 2005-2006.
Kinoshita serves, Conestoga receives, and a small touch over to Humber. Humber sets up again. They're going other side, cross court. That one goes off the net and out of bounds, point Conestoga.
And that's a good thing that Conestoga is doing for themselves right now, is that whenever they lose serve, they immediately get it back, and keeping the pressure on the Hawks here, trying to make it or trying to come back from a 2-0 deficit.
Samuel Wolf with the serve, and it's out of bounds, point Humber.
1-point lead again for the Condors.
In this game, if you are Conestoga, you do not want to miss a serve.
Not at all, especially with this rejuvenated Humber team that has a whole bunch of new players, but they look like they've got some real good chemistry.
Clayton Blanchett serves. That's a hard serve received by Conestoga. Conestoga with a perfect kill to the outside right corner.
Joshua Heisman again getting another kill. That's his 6th one of the ball game so far. It wasn't a big, huge spike. It was just a nice little tapper.
Conestoga serves. Ball's up, and a big spike attempt there from Gibb, blocked by Conestoga.
That's right, number 6, Jason Tony with a huge block, rejected him, but it goes back to Humber because it went out of bounds.
Quibbin, or rather Hudgens with the serve, and that one goes in the net. That is the 3rd time this set of games that Hudgens has missed a serve in this kind of situation.
And they've also and just like Conestoga has had to do, Humber has to cut down on those unforced errors, especially on the serve.
Humber with the ball. It's now in Conestoga territory. A bit of a sneaky one, but ball goes to Conestoga on what I believe was a Humber player under the net.
Another unfortunate unforced error here for Humber, but the Condors making a game out of this one over here. They're looking to put a 1 on that scoreboard.
Head coach Wayne Wilkins not happy with that call. Still talking to the referee about that call.
Definitely not liking it over here. You can see the frustration on his face.
Especially in this kind of situation now. 21-18 for Conestoga. Not a play you want to make right now. Service by Conestoga, received by Humber. And a spike, and she's good for Humber. Quibbin.
Nicholas Quibbin, number 11, off the serve. Nice play there by the libero, Josh Liang. And it was set perfectly for Nicholas Quibbin to power it home.
Gibb serves it to Conestoga. Conestoga outside. Gibb receives. Great dig. Kinoshita to the other side, and that's touched over by Quibbin. Conestoga now, big spike, but I believe that one is inbounds. Point for Conestoga.
Yeah, Conestoga 22-19 right now. Looked like it was and that's what they're doing. They're taking advantage of the free balls. The few free balls that Humber has given up so far, they've been taking advantage.
Jason Tony now preparing himself for what may be the most important serve of the game. They do not want to give up the momentum they now have.
22-19 for the Condors here in this 3rd set. Little substitutions going on, I think. Nope, no substitutions yet.
Just a bit of a pep talk between teammates. Jason Tony preparing himself for that 22 serving 19 serve. It's imperative for him that one stays in, and it does. Received by Humber, and the big spike goes off a Conestoga player, and it's good. Humber point just when they needed it.
That's right. Nicholas Quibbin with another powerful spike. And that is his 7th kill, 2nd on the team.
Nicholas Quibbin now with the serve. Make sure it stays in. 20 serving 22. It's good. And Conestoga puts that one over to Humber. It's a fight at the net. Now on Conestoga side, very close to the net, goes over to Humber. Humber setting up for the spike. That one, number 15, Josh Liang tries, or rather, Blanchette tries and misses.
That was a free ball given up by Conestoga, but Humber's Blanchette took it a little bit too hard with the spike.
And a timeout now called by the Humber Hawks just in time. So again, it really comes down to the fundamentals here. If the Conestoga Condors want to win this set, they have to ensure that their services stay in bounds. We're going to show you some highlights now of that action. And we're back now. Humber College North Campus here for a riveting home opener here for men's volleyball between the Humber Hawks and the Conestoga Condors. 2-0 for Humber, but Conestoga's not giving up.
No, they're not. They started the third set here a little bit weak, giving up a lot of unforced errors, but they were able to bear down. They were able to take a step back, take a couple of deep breaths, and they cleared up a lot of their unforced errors, and they were able to get on good consecutive point runs. And now they've got the advantage here, 23-20 here in the third set.
Kelly McGuire now serves. That ball inbounds, received by Humber. Humber puts it up with a soft spike, and that one in the net for Conestoga, off the net. Push deep to Humber. Humber puts that one down. That's a point that's needed right now.
Clayton Blanchette with his 13th kill of this game so far, but it was a great fake out by Kobe John, and we're gonna look at it right over here. It's a free ball right there given up by Conestoga, set perfectly by number 14. And Blanchette with another beautiful kill.
Conestoga now receiving the serve, and that one out of bounds. This is a swing Humber's way, 22-23. I'd be clamping down if I was Conestoga.
And Conestoga, they thought that ball was in. They were celebrating after that point, but apparently didn't see the linesman call out of bounds.
Coach Wayne Harris on that one, not pleased, still throwing up his arms at the referees on that call. That is not the call that he wants to happen right now.
Not at all, especially 23-22 right now. They had control of this set late, and it looks, and they want to make sure that they don't get the momentum taken away from them this late in the set. Hawks only three points away from taking the victory here tonight, 3-0. But the Condors trying to avert that, trying to force this up to a fourth set, and they could do that.
But can we take a second to talk about Clayton Blanchette? I mean, he is having a fantastic game between his 2 digs and 13 kills. If I was him, I'd be expecting pats on the back after the game, maybe a nickname to Killa because of all those kills.
Just like Dougie Gilmore from the Toronto Maple Leafs, the Killer. But yeah, these guys have got to buy him something like a big steak dinner after this game.
That is done. If they win 3-0.
That is true.
It better be a big steak. So now Humber with the serve. Number 1, Cody Burton. Over to Conestoga, and that one is not well received by Conestoga. What a time to not well receive a set.
23 all. The Hawks and the Condors, they're all tied up with a possible 2 points left in this game.
Gibbs trying to get the crowd into this thing. Oh, and on that one, Cody Burton throws it out of bounds. What a time to throw a ball out of bounds.
Oh yes, 24-23 now for the Condors, and they've got set point. And the man to do it right over here is their star, Wesley Lau, on the serve.
And that ball's in bounds. Humber receives, but it's over. And that ball's good for Humber. A lot of confusion at the net. Ball goes over, back, and they thought it might have been inbounds, but it was not.
24-24 now. Set's got to be won by at least 2 points.
Kinoshita now with the very important serve for Humber. Ball's in, Conestoga set. And that's a spike that's blocked by Gibbs. What a time to be alive.
Set point now for Humber, match point for Humber. 25-24.
And the crowd is elated right now, and if I was them, I would be in the same situation. This is turning out to be quite the game. Kinoshita now prepping for the very important service.
Match point for Humber, if they can get it.
Kinoshita serves, and that's over and good. Conestoga puts it up for the spike. A bit of a knuckler. Humber tries for a spike of their own. The ball's still good. Free ball put over by Conestoga to Humber. Humber sets up for another spike, and that's a big one by Blanchette, and he wins the game, the set, the match for the Humber Hawks. Wow.
26-24 in this set. The Humber Hawks win it 3-0 on Clayton Kershaw's 14th kill of the ball game.
And like we said, Clayton Blanchette, a new nickname, a steak dinner. That's a way to end a game, Lex.
Oh, definitely, especially how close these two teams were, especially here in this third set. I thought that Conestoga had the momentum to keep on going and get the win, but Humber pulls out the victory here, and they're 1-0 on the season.
And that's going to be a ball game for you and I, Lex. I've been your play-by-play commentator, Jacob McCourt, Lex Tan on color. Thanks again for listening. If you're listening on BRTV or listening on Radio Humber 96.9, thanks again for watching another fantastic round of volleyball at Humber College. Good night, everybody.